I know it doesn't make sense, but we're doing it just for the funsies of it. Plus, we have to kind of get rid of the cabin fever that we kind of accumulated, or the possibility that could even have existed prior to this. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. Welcome back to the Long Dark and our interloper run. We're getting ready to start doing a little bit more work with here. Actually, I think we're getting fairly close to actually making some serious exploration circles. So, in between episodes, I came after we got done crafting all of this wonderful gear, the deerskin pants and the bearskin coat, I came back over to the ravine and I grabbed both of those books and I killed and harvested a deer so that I could come over here and spend a decent amount of time outside for a little while. And we managed to accumulate a good amount of time. So the next big step is, well, I'm not dealing with this right now. We're going to be bringing this back up. Part of this was I wanted to make sure we had enough food to get us through a few things. Plus, that way we should be able to come back here once we're done and ready to go to Bleak Inlet and have a little bit of food and, well, stuff should we need it. I know I keep saying that. So what we're going to do is we're going to now, I don't think we've quite gotten to that point yet. We needed how many days? Where are my calendar? Calendar. We should be relatively close to having that moose hide ready to be crafted into a satchel. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over there to where we left it, pick it up, haul it and a pile of food to trappers. That way we can deal with trappers, we can do what we need to do in trappers, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do a really quick run around of Mystery Lake. There's a few things I want to find. There's definitely a cache I want to go check out and see if it has anything good in it. If it does, amazing. If it doesn't, well, I guess we won't worry about it. Milton is kind of getting to be off the table at this point, depending on what we find. We are currently sitting pretty heavy right now, and I was kind of trying to figure out why, but it's just because we don't have a satchel, and I do have the majority of the stuff on me. I guess I could put this away. I did bring both of them. I don't know why. Why don't you drop that in here? That might actually come in handy in here eventually. Can I get that hacksaw, please? We will be coming back to this cave in probably about, I don't know, well, maybe an episode. So, yeah, let's grab one of those up, make sure our belly is completely full, and, well, I guess we should be good to just go to Unnamed Pond Cabin and go pick up our stuff. So, I do want to check out the lookout. I want to check out... There's going to be a few things we're going to need to pick up once we get to Unnamed Cabin, or the cabin there anyway. We did leave a few things laying on the floor, and some of that stuff might already be ready to go, but we are in the cold times now. It has since done the thing. We're past day 50, day 52, I think at this point is what I saw, day 51, day 52. That happened last episode, however long ago, and we now have to start contending with the fact that it's going to be colder. We're going to start, well, losing a lot more condition over time, which is just one of those things that you have to kind of keep in mind. My goal is once we get a little bit more carrying capacity done, there is some, as stated in the cache note that we found, more ammunition. And for ammunition, what we'll get as an interloper is some more flare shells. Flare shells are... The number used to be something like 12 flare shells was what you got. And I think now the number is more like 15 or 16. But whether or not that number is still the case, or whether it changes, or whether it's randomized, or whether it's just, you get lucky, you get not. But I do know that on my other character, I ended up, I think, with a total of somewhere, like I said, either 15 or 16 flare shells. And that has gone, not that it really matters. We've used a few of them this time around. Are you going to stay over there, buddy? Good, okay. We've actually used a few more this time around, which is not normally what I will do, but we ended up with I would say probably a fairly early bear. We could have had a bearskin coat by day... What was it? Could have. So we could have had a bearskin coat by like day 25, I think. They take 12 days or something like that. So we could have easily have had it 25 days ago, given that we were doing well. But that was just one of those things that I didn't want to be fighting with a bear and trying to be messing around with a bear and going back and forth trying to deal with where would we put a bear, given the fact that we were going to have to come through there anyway. Best laid plans, things change as always. It's the long dark. You live in its world. You don't necessarily play the game. It decides what it wants to do with you, and whether or not you are capable of following the pattern it lays out is whether or not you can see what's going on. I know, little philosophical. It's the way a lot of us are. Anyhow, we will go over here, and we will... I don't know, I want to see if the corpse is back or wherever this one is, but we should be good to pick up quite a fair amount of food, or at least enough food to get us through what we need to do. Then we'll go up to the lookout, down over to the Overlook Cave, check out the... I guess we'll go ahead and do the cabins. I mean, I didn't really want to do the cabins, but we can go ahead and do the cabins, circle back to the entrance towards the ravine,
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
and then go to Bleak Inlet. Not today. We have a whole zone to explore. But again, what we find in Bleak Inlet is going to determine whether or not we go and actually do all of Milton and possibly Hush River. I would really, really, really love to go do Hush River, but since we started Cartographer with Hush River, it kind of is a moot point at this point. There's not a whole lot that will change. There is a lot of really good stuff, and again, Hush River, from what I have experienced, is incredibly broken for interlopers. There is an they whatever they did to the loot tables, or whatever they didn't do to the loot tables, they didn't make sure a lot of it was didn't make sure a lot of it was unaccessible. My other character,
It's so cold.
they ended up with several pieces of clothing that they were not supposed to get. Period. Like 3 pieces of clothing. She got climbing socks, the wool sweaters, the medium ones, the green ones, which are slightly better than the thin wool sweaters. There's supposedly a real normal knife available, and the ones you get in the lower difficulties. And there are various other things that you can get lucky on. That one is the first time in, 2,200 hours now, something like that. I forget. I'd have to go look. That I got the moose corpse at the top of Pensive Vista. A very, 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 very rare chance. Very, 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 very rare chance. Several, well, at least 100 times probably into that zone with various characters. Finally got it. So it's a free moose hide, basically, and a free, not degrading moose if you can get to it. It's a fantastic thing to run into. The only problem is where it is. It is miles away from anything. So, and the other thing is, I guess if we want to go find some more flare shells, I do think there were more flare shells in Hush if we really, really cared to go get them. I know that I'm pretty sure I found a cache in Hush that had flare shells, but that's eons from now. If we find what we need, we're not going. And it kind of blows my mind that I'm saying that. There is one place that we are going to check before we run into Broken Railroad as well, and that's going to be the Shelf Cave in Forlorn. That area, I think, will be interesting to see what is available to us over there. And Mr. Bear, you can just please stay right over there. I don't want to bother you. But anyhow, let's go see what's over the hill over here. There's some stuff back here, too, that I would love to go fool around with, but given the weather conditions and the fact that we're probably fixing to have a blizzard, that same old spot up there's a bunch of birch bark, there's a bunch of birch saplings, and there is a backpack up that direction, as the way there used to be. He's scared of me now, and he's scared of the bear. We're good. But one of the things I am very glad that they did make a change, at least with the update that they gave us, is that the bear coats now only cost 1 bear skin, and I think they weigh a pound less than they used to. Or a kilo less. I forget exactly what the number was. It's a welcome change. It makes it a little bit more accessible to various people because it's trying to get 2 bear skins down used to be an absolute pain in the tail to the point that a lot of us didn't wear it. Which is kind of the reason why I've said that several times. I used to not wear it because of the fact that it weighs so much and it was such a hard item to get a hold of. You always kind of felt like you beat the game pretty much by getting that done. Me, I still at this time I think would rather wear a wolf skin and a moose hide, just because the wolves are so willing to donate their time and effort to delivering their hides to you, and all you have to do is, shoot them. And a moose, well, I mean, if you know how to work a moose, they're fine. It's just those, you mess up with a bear, he'll take every ounce of clothing off the outside of you. Anyhow, let's go see how we did. 90% cured. That means 1 more day. You're done. Beautiful. Crap.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
We're going to pick all this up. We're going to take it to Trappers. And then we're going to come back and get some food. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just pass time, and I will see you guys when this thing's ready to go. I think we had some books or something available close to us, but whatever. Let me put that back down, and we'll move on. Best laid plans are always messed by everything in the world. Yes, we just wasted an entire day indoors listening to a blizzard, and the blizzard seems to still be raging, but at least the moose hide is done, which is amazing. So I did gather up a few things right after I unhooked with you guys and ran a bunch of food over to Trappers. We're going to go look outside, see what this looks like. Okay, that's not terrible. I am going to look and see how exactly miserable we are for weight problem. We are not bad. Let me grab just a couple more pieces of that, and then we'll run over here and make this thing. I will see you when I get there. Alrighty. Now we have to spend time doing things. Whoa, we're in auto walk. Hey, don't do that. That's cool. All right, let's go indoors and just immediately craft as much as you can craft until the sun goes down. Actually, stand here and look right over there. Moose hide a satchel. I don't think we're going to get 5 hours, but it'd be great if we could get at least 3. All right, cool. So we'll have, yeah, that's reasonably okay. There should have been a water bottle right there. You can drink that. And then we can go to sleep. Wake up in the morning, finish this thing. Fully rested. Still need to kill a little time. Let's just go ahead and drink some water. Sounds like another blizzard, even though we just had one. Get the sun up so we can see. Thank you. We'll walk outside, go grab us some food. Excellent. Well, I think there's anything sitting right here. This constitutes anything, my dear. 4,000 calories. Or 2,000. I forget exactly how much that was. Well, I mean, there's 4 of them. They're, yeah. 2,000. Whatever. That's crazy. Okay, let's finish this thing. 6.5 hours. We won't even care if we have take a little bit of damage. Just finish it. Except I forgot to drink water, so we'll stop right there. Drink water. All of it. Go. Be done. Be done. Let's get this over with so we can finish exploring this zone and start thinking about exploring all of the other fun things that we've been trying to get done with for a while. Amazing. Moose Hide Satchel, welcome. Thank you very much. It took too much work. It's too late for that. I think that's the only problem that I've had with this whole playthrough so far is that it's just taken so much more time to get things done because of how far we've had to walk and do things. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wanted to start in Ash Canyon so that we could do that little, a roundabout and do all that kind of fun things. I'm not at all mad that we did that, but it put us so far behind from where I think we should be, to the point that I even think we were further along in our cartographer run than we are right now. I'd have to go back and look at the footage, but I think by now in cartographer we had everything the way that I wanted it in here. I think by now. I don't remember. It's been a long time. I mean, I know we spent, 14 or 15 days in Ash Canyon. Or not Ash Canyon, Hush River, but immediately leaving into Milton, finding all the stuff, running and foraging, coming back, doing all the work, meant that we were capable of getting a few things done a heck of a lot quicker. But anyhow, we are in the trapper's, cabin, and we can now go do a few more things. So the first thing we're going to go do is we're going to, we're going to go run this hammer to the entrance of Forlorn Muskeg, and we're going to leave it right there, because I don't want to carry it with us into Bleak Inlet. That's 8 or 9 pounds of whatever that I don't think we need. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go say hi to Max. We're going to eat everything that we can eat right now. And what am I going to leave here? I did leave a few things. Let's make sure we leave some usable stuff should we ever decide to come back. So again, all of those guts, one of those deer hides, that's perfectly wonderful. I don't have any cloth. I'm going to bring... I don't need that. I don't think. We'll hang on to it just in case, because that way if we need to make another bow, we can make another bow. I don't need to make another bow. What am I saying? Put this away. We got plenty of things. All this is staying on us, and I left all of those arrowheads behind, didn't I? Yes, I did. So we're going to have to go back to the dam. We're going back to the dam anyway. It's not a humongous deal or problem. So I think everything else in here, for the most part, is fine. Let's just go. Yes. Sure. All right. Well, let's I guess let's go to the entrance, go to the camp office, do the camp office fairly quickly, and then we'll run up on top of the overlook and probably spend the night in the overlook to try to kill off some more of this cabin fever problem mess that we've managed to accumulate. So, and then we'll worry about that another day. So let's go see what Max has to offer. I mean, I suppose we could go harass a bear. Once again, I'm finding it hard not to poke a bear at this point, but we'll save that for a day or two, or when we really, 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 really need a bear. Right now, we don't need one. Might be the first thing we try to go deal with. When we actually get into the Forlorn. There's going to be quite a few things I want to bring with us when we go in to the airfield. Apparently they can smell and see me for a long ways. That's wonderful. Max, what did you drop, my friend? All right, back over the hill. But there are going to be a few things we're going to bring. The airfield has plenty of supplies, plenty of things, plenty of stuff. That was a piece of coal or a rock? That's a piece of coal. These are another one of those weird things. This will eventually come back, which is kind of crazy. Some of the coal on this wall, if it's here, it'll eventually come back. Same thing as the coal that's in, that occasionally shows up in the ravine, and the coal that's on Bear Creek The coal that's in Bear Creek on coastal, sometimes it seems to never come back, and sometimes it does. I don't know. It's just it's a depending on whether or not it's there. The only coal that I've seen so far in game that doesn't ever really seem to come back is the coal that's in a little container, a little crate container, and that's that's to be expected. I would assume that somebody wouldn't be walking around behind her back collecting it all up and putting it in a container. It'd be a little odd. But anyhow. Things like deadfall I don't care about. I'm only coming over here to deliver a hammer, and then again, we're going to go check the camp office out. Maybe there'll be something good there, I don't know. But I don't intend to carry this hammer when likely we will probably be coming back to this corner eventually. Maybe. I do want to bring a hammer, though. There's just a big just in case, given the fact that this person probably will never come back to this zone, any of these zones, ever again. So, any wolves on the rail line today? Doesn't look like it. I do kind of like this now, the way that these snowstorms kind of come up. I know this is different. I know everybody's like, oh, it's a blizzard, it's a blizzard, it's a blizzard, it's a blizzard. It's not a blizzard because it's not blowing. At least not right now. I do like it. You end up stopping wet, though. Matter of fact, where are we? Yeah, we're getting there. Gonna have to go after looking after some rabbits here in a little while too. Maybe that might be something we'll take care of when we get into Bleak. I'm not looking forward to Bleak Inlet. I'm not at all looking forward to it. We're going to try to do whatever we can to avoid every single timber wolf to the point we're not going to the cannery. I have no want. Well, I forget that there are available things in that. We'll see how it goes. I have no want, but we're going to bring every flare we can shove in our pockets. And essentially, we're going there again for a couple of things. I keep talking about it. We're going to do it hopefully next time. Essentially, basically, all I want to do, basically, same difference, Frogman, is we're going to try to get all of the usable stuff out of here and then head to there to go to look for a couple of things, possibly go into the cannery and at least look at some of the stuff. There is a possibility of another stem in the cannery, which I don't know. I left 5 in that locker, and I think we'll probably only bring maybe 2 or 3 with us. Once the whole thing here is very soon, we're going to have to make a very hard decision. When we go into Bleak Inlet, we're taking everything that we think we're going to want to take to the far territory with us, except a hammer. So we've got a lot of work to do. Let's see what's in here, I suppose. There's the usual hook. Put this away. We don't need it. Bandages. Thank you. I needed one of those. Given the fact that this location has a possible fire starter, meaning a magnifying lens, and I might pick up some of the cloth laying around. Hey, that's an interesting place for tomato soup. Probably should light a fire. Okay, there's the whetstone. Is it? It's a normal-sized one this time. Okay, interesting. And the pot is 76. Well, you go over there for now. Still learning all of where they might have spawned things in or put things in. As far as I am aware, this zone is still available to get a magnifying lens. We've not seen it yet. I guess let's go upstairs. Well, he's not here. Lovely. A fire starting book. We can actually still use that. That would actually might get us to halfway there. Yeah, that would probably get us to, well, it'd tell you if you look. Gimme. Click here. Use. Not a whole lot, but we'll definitely hang on to it, and I'll read it later. It's not back there. They moved it from that location. It's not here anymore. We might not have got it this time. Worn fleece mittens can stay in box. Note left behind. Pair of shoes. That's interesting. Leather shoes. You can stay right there too. We're good. We don't need it. How good is this pot? 86. How good is our pot actually? 87. Okay. Checked all of those. All right, let's look a little harder then. I don't see anything underneath any of the beds. There's this. Put it up there. Is there anything under the stove? No. Again, I'm still exploring. I don't know what I'm going to find. I don't know where things are going to be. We found the bedroll in Winding River, so likely there won't be a bedroll in this zone. Usually they double up the bedroll when it would be in here and also in, well, the old one used to be in here and in the fishing hut. And like, there it is. I knew it was going to be in here somewhere. Hello, sir. How have you been? Thank you. Glossed right over it. That's the new spot for it, for in here. It's one of the new places. Cool. All right. What time is it? Where are we? We've got a day or a little bit. And now let's go up to the Overlook Cave. Oh, you are not that tired. Let's go up here and see what we see. Let me off porch. How many cattails do we own? 29. Let's go do a real quick walk-see around. Walk-see. Look around right here. Is there any? No. Starting to get dark. It's, it's kind of hard to tell. There are usually a bunch over here, though. One or two at least. And I probably should have this out. Thank you. Just in case friendly neighborhood wolf decides it wants to come say hi. Okay, well, we're going to go up to the cave, and then we're going to dive off the edge over here in the morning and go do the circle around and get back over to the dam and then be done with Mystery Lake for now. So let's go get that going. Oh, and we still need to go do the Overlook, too. It's kind of gone downhill, I feel like, since they've redone some of the work. It's almost not worth looking at. I mean, I guess we could go over there first. We have plenty of time. It's not like I'm trying to be pressed for time on any of these episodes, but we may be a little long once again. I know I've been trying to do a few, just like a lot of the walking has been sped up. Hopefully we're going to continue to try to keep some of that moving forward. I do need to look here. Okay, I guess we have a plan. She's going to be pretty tired. We're going to go over there, down to there, up to there, and then we'll call it. Which means next episode we get to go play. There's the deer we lost. Let's go see how bad. Deer we lost. Deer we lost. I didn't lose a deer. What are you talking about? What is this? It was a dead guy. That's new. I mean, it's all new. I mean, what it is, Deer we lost. What am I thinking? That's been years ago I lost that deer. Forget that was cartographer. I think that was cartographer. We lost the one. It just ran off and disappeared. Of course, that's what I get for trying to shoot two of them at the same time. But they'll usually like run off and die on top of this hill up here. Let's see what's in the derailment. Come on, let me up. Look, right there. A box. With nothing in it. And the regular doe corpse now. I don't get a medicine kit. I don't get a flare. Them slim pickings, my friends. Kind of going at this backwards, but whatever. We need to end up in the cave tonight. So we'll run up here, look at this very quickly. How are we doing? We got plenty of water, at least for right now. All right, let's go up to the the lookout. We might just go ahead and spend the night up here. I've got a few soups I can cook. Won't hurt anything. Not every day you get to spend the night in the Overlook. I keep saying it. Look out. Look out. Look out. Look out. It's always about that. You know, where's the sun, moon, and where is your eyeball at given the amount of time? I mean, I don't have to be in a hurry. We're still not in any kind of a hurry. So let's just be comfortable. Although these count as indoor space, so let's just get a little bit more cabin fever. But what are you going to give us? Put this bow away. We don't need it. We haven't seen the Polaroid for here, which we probably won't find it until we get over to the lake. I always like to look around this one, even in this gear, in this level anyway. So, close the door. Close the door. What are we going to get? There's a box. I see a soda. That's nice. What's in here? Another bandage. Thank you. And a sewing kit. Simple tools. They can stay right here. Soda.
I'll take it.
87%, which is exactly the same as what we have in the other one. Another whetstone. And absolutely nothing else except a fire. Wow, we've got 2 of them. Oh, boy. All right. Well, I know what I'm going to do. I think we're going to call it right there. These are going to be plenty long enough as this is. I'm going to go ahead and read these 2 books, get them out of our inventory. I have, I think, enough food to get us through the night right here either way. And, well, we should be able to move on in the next episode. We're going to go do the rest of Mystery Lake in a very, very short roundabout fashion, head back towards the dam, and be probably on our way to the next one of these in the next one. So, till then, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see ya.